goes live on your...
It's the book club. Yes, it does. Book club. But I'll upload it to YouTube later today.
Nice.
So yay, we should be live. It says we are. Well, welcome to our Authors Off the Page reunion. Yay! It's been so long. I've missed you guys. I know lots of people have too. They've asked. I've gotten emails saying, "Hey, are you guys ever going to do another show?" It's like, maybe. And here we are. Although for some reason I'm super dark. I don't know. All right, we'll go with it. But how have you guys been? It's been a year since our last Authors Off the Page. Isn't that crazy?
Has it really been a year?
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yes.
Really does. I kind of miss us.
Yeah.
I still get to see you. Yeah. So what have you guys been up to in the last year?
Writing, being a mom, everything I was doing the year before.
Oh, I heard you got to teach Brandon Sanderson's class. Was it yesterday?
We did last night. Yeah, it was like a last minute deal. He has us, Jen and I teach his self-publishing portion of his class. As we've done it like the last few years, I guess since 2020. But anyway, yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah.
It was,
You're famous.
Cute college kids asking questions.
Well, Brandon just call you up on the phone. Hey, Jen, can you guys teach for me? Or how does that go?
No, he has 29 assistants.
Yeah, So they email his Rachel, his assistant. She emails us like every year. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
The 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, and to Brandon Sanderson, it's just 2 for me because I know you guys.
You've met him before, haven't you? At Storymaker?
Yeah. And stuff. He's a great guy. The thing I like about Brandon Sanderson is, I mean, he is such a huge star, and just to meet him, you would never know it. He's just so down to earth, and he just acts like he has no one else to talk to besides you, and you're awesome, and I just like him. He's just very humble and kind.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's a nice guy. Really smart.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
I heard he has a children's book coming out at the end of the year, The Most Boring Book Ever, or something like that.
Oh yeah, he does. Yes. It looks super cute.
Yeah, he seems pretty, quality with everything he does, and he does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Even teaching this class is it's a big thing for him. Like, it's a lot of work, a lot of time.
Yeah, because he teaches in like one of the big auditoriums, so it's like and then he teaches 2 parts to it, so it's that and then his
and he has to do a lot of reading. He reads the chapters because Jen and I did his class. That's how we got into this. We did his class at BYU in 2020. Yeah, it was right before the pandemic, and yeah, so he spends a lot. It's a lot. So
nothing like Brandon Sanderson reading your work. So.
I know. Yeah. Because he was like
only romance authors or something.
No, we were writing fantasy at the time because Jen did finish her books, which are amazing. The book you were working on was the Book of Sorrel, right?
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, it was really weird having him. I never finished my book, so I probably should at some point. But it was really strange having we were so intimidated the days he was reading ours.
Because it's intimidating. But my claim to fame is chapter 17. I always say Brandon Sanderson couldn't put it down, so that's my claim to fame. Because he usually only reads 1,000 words. Because the guy is busy, so he would read 1,000 words of your manuscript when it was your turn, because you're in 3 different writing groups and he takes turn being in your writing group. And what did he say that he said you write not introspection, but what is it, navel gazing?
Yeah,
he said you write navel gazing perfectly. So Julie's gone.
Julie.
This
is
right. I don't even know what we're doing now.
I don't either. I know. You and I talk all the time, so
I know.
I don't even know if this is recording on her end now.
It says it's live still, so that's fun.
Well, shoot. I was just with you last night.
I know. So,
Oh my
I know.
God.
I got in and I set my house alarm off, by the way. So,
Oh.
because I forget that our alarm goes off at 11,
Oh, it
and
automatically sets?
it automatically
That's
sets.
hilarious.
So I walk in and it's like blaring, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I forgot how to turn it off. So,
Oh my goodness,
hey,
I'm back.
Julie.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't know if that was still recording, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but that's okay.
Oh, well, I was
You
just
guys are
telling
great.
them my funny story of setting my house alarm off last night. So
Yeah. Jenna, after our class, we sat in the car and talked, and apparently she got home too late. Her alarm was on.
and I forgot how to turn it off.
So you woke up your husband?
What's that?
What?
Did the alarm wake up your husband?
Oh, yeah.
No, thankfully. And I was surprised because normally he's asleep by then. And so I'm like running upstairs and he has the app on his phone. So he turned it off and I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, I was up. But I was like, okay, good. Cause I was like, it just kept going off and I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm trying to punch in my code and I can't remember the button to hit to turn it off. And anyways, so.
And you're going to use that in the book sometime, right?
What?
You can use that in the book sometime, right?
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should. So, yeah.
Everything may go into a book at some point.
Everything, yes.
The writer's life. Well, anyway, so you were telling me Brandon Sanderson was about to reach, he did 1,000 words.
Oh, yeah. So he said that, so in my chapter 17, so my claim to fame is that he said he couldn't put it down. And so he read the whole chapter. And that if he could teach navel gazing, that I do navel gazing perfectly. So that's my claim to fame is Brandon Sanderson thinks I write navel gazing perfectly. And chapter 17 was amazing. So
Yay.
The rest of it, not so much, but that chapter 17, that's my claim to fame.
He never had a negative thing to say. Like he would just offer, like if I can offer this, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he was.
So he's very kind. Like he's really kind. Like he's not like obviously he could laud over everybody there, but he's not.
And you know, his thing at the beginning of this, like smaller class that we were in was like, I just want you to get in the pattern of writing. And it totally helped me because I was struggling before then. He's like, I just want you to get in the pattern of writing every day. And he's like, even if it's 500 words, that's I think all he was asking for the class, we had to write 500 a day.
Yeah.
And so that actually really helped me because I had been struggling that year because my mom had passed away the year before. And, you know, so anyway, it was actually really helpful. So,
yeah.
Are you going to finish your book you started, your fantasy book, Becky?
No, I did not.
She needs to, though, because it's amazing. I want that story so bad.
I don't know. I don't know if I have I don't know. Maybe someday. It was like a passion project. But anyway.
Well, I did read all of your guys' new releases that came out since we last had our show. So it was Jennifer who had My Xmas Emergency, the perfect Christmas book. I had everything, Swoon and the holiday thing, loved it. And then you had the Forgettable in Every Way, which was super cute, second chance type romance with I love the daddy thing. You know, he was a daddy and single dad. Anyway, and then Becky had The Wedding Jinx, the workplace one. The longing between those two was so funny. And I think is that giving away spoilers when I had to laugh about his nickname and how that came about? And then when, you know, he found out about it. So funny.
Yeah. Was it Bill? Yeah, by the boss I'd like to kiss.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I got that because, well, it's from a movie that was a terrible movie, but like a long time ago. I can't even think of the name of the movie. Anyways, not a good movie, but we had a boss that we worked with at Ruby Tuesdays. I was a server and he was so good looking. And we called him Milk Manager I'd like to kiss. So that's where I got that. Yeah.
That's cute.
So now, had that character been in a previous book? Because I feel like I've heard about that character before.
No. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. Grayson, was that his name?
Yeah.
I can't remember anybody's names right now. Yeah, no. No. I liked him. Maybe I'll bring him back in another book. He was fun.
Yeah. Well, are you going to do any spin-offs of that one?
No, I'm not right now. I haven't been writing many series like spinoffs lately. I just kind of do standalones. Jen and I write books that are in like the same world. And that's kind of how we have like, you can read them standalone or you can read them together. They're just in the same world. So I just finished a book that goes with her Christmas book. So there's a nurse that works at the hospital named Lucy. And so this book is about her. And a doctor, actually. The doctor works at the hospital too. So
it's so good. So good.
Do you have a title for it yet?
It's called Not Boyfriend Material. So
ooh, when do you think it'll be out?
I have no idea. Probably end of March, early April. I haven't really even told my fans about this one. Like I have my my little reader group that they know all about it because I've asked them like, what do you guys think of this? And but I haven't told my main page yet. So this might be new, you know, if they're listening.
Surprise.
Surprise. Yeah.
Everyone.
So
Mara is with us. Mara Harvey is with us and thinks we're beautiful.
Was that?
Mara commented, "Hi, beautiful ladies."
Oh, hi, Mara. Well, now Mara knows. Actually, Mara's in my group. I love Mara. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, tell me more about the Wedding Jinx. Where did you get the idea for it?
So I have a running list of in my notes, which I think we all do that, right? Of our phone, of like book ideas. It'll just like, you know, I don't even know how I came up with it. Anyway, so I had set up an appointment, like not appointment, but like got on this artist schedule, like a book cover artist that I've always wanted to use. And I was like, and she's like, "Oh, are you ready to start?" And I literally had no book, no plot, zero, nothing. So I'm like, pull up my thing and I just scroll through. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just pick something and see what happens. And I found that one like way at the bottom. And I was like, oh, this would be fun. And so once I like had her make the cover and I started thinking about it, then I like got really excited about it. And it was my first time writing dual point of view. I've never done that before. And so I was really nervous to do that, but ended up being really fun. And yeah. And yeah, it was fun. I mean, yeah. So that's really how it came. It was like not kismet. But the funny part was, as a friend of mine who's a writer, Catherine Beale, who's written a lot of books, she's like, did I give you that idea? Because, you know, we sometimes share ideas as authors. And I was like, no, I got this one myself. I can't remember how I got it, but I knew it wasn't from her. And she pulls up her notes in her phone and had something super similar that she had written down. Like, but they weren't like the same date because I usually date mine. Anyway, it was funny. I was like, oh, well.
That is funny.
So I'm glad I got to it first before she did.
Well, I guess when she told the story of how she had loved her previous boss, I'm like, is that the previous book? And I missed it. So maybe that's what I was thinking.
No, it was based on me because I always love my bosses. I have some weird, not like the married ones or, you know, whatever, but like if they were attractive, like the boss that I was talking about at Ruby Tuesdays, we made out. Like he was really handsome. Like, so like, I don't know. I have a thing for bosses, I guess. So that's how I got that idea. And I'm not alone because I looked it up online and it is a thing. Everybody, a lot of people do that. So
was your husband your boss?
No, he was not.
You didn't end up marrying a boss. You just loved all your bosses.
Yeah. I just always like, if my boss was cute, like I always had workplace romances going on, always. Every job I worked at, there was some kind of workplace flirtation or, you know, something. So I love reading workplace romances and I like.
Because you lived them.
Yeah, because I lived them. That's my lived experience.
Well, and if you write what you know, I mean, that's why you're so successful.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! So, are you and Jennifer doing any more in that world?
Oh, we always leave that door open. Not right now. Well, I don't. You're not. Your next book is not.
No.
Okay.
No.
We sometimes like Forgettable was set there, so Forgettable in every way. So sometimes we like just put characters there, which is nice because it's our own world. We can just add crap to it if we want to. Like, oh, there's a hospital. You know? Yeah. So. But yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will add more books.
Yeah.
I need to make a graphic. I was working on a graphic and then I never finished it, of like all the books that are in that world and like how they're connected and stuff. But
I do love a good doctor romance, and I loved in that My Xmas Emergency, she was a woman doctor, and he when he's coming to visit her in the ER or whatever, it was so funny and so swoony at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, I know, we just wanted to write, hospital doctor romances. So
that one came up because my daughter's in the ER. Remember this, Jen? And I was like,
yes,
you need to write an ER romance.
Becky's like, there's so many places to make out in this place.
Why does my brain go there? I don't know.
So began our foray into medical romance. So.
Did you have to do a lot of research for the app thing that you were doing, the app developing? Because it was a little technical in the Wedding Jinx. I wondered if you already knew that.
You know what's crazy is that I did do some research with an actual person who develops apps, but I also use ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT is great for research, not for writing. ChatGPT is not good for writing, but research, it's amazing. And so I would just say, like, what does, a manager of a travel app do during the day? Like, what's their daily schedule like? And it would give me a whole list of what they do. And so I matched it because, there's a lot of misinformation on ChatGPT. So I matched it with the person that I asked information from, and it was all good. So I would just be like, this is what ChatGPT says. Do you agree? And they're like, yeah, that's perfect. And I was like,
wow, I didn't even thought of using it for that.
Oh, it's been great for research. Like, I know it's scary for a lot of authors because people are worried it's going to start writing books, but I will say that when I've asked it to write me a little story just to see, it is terrible. So nothing I would actually read. So, and it's very obvious. It's a lot of flowery letters and purple prose. It's not good. So
you think authors are safe for a little while then?
What's that?
Authors are safe for a little while?
Yeah, we're safe. We're safe for now. We'll see. I mean, who knows? Mm-hmm.
Well, did you guys have to do any ER research?
Yeah, we talked to a doctor. We did Zoom calls with the doctor. So,
and I have,
and we went to the emergency room. Like it was. Did. I think the day my book came out, actually, my husband had to go to the emergency room. Yeah. So there was that. So yeah,
a lot of research. Actually, when nobody was actually hurt. We just had to go with it.
Yeah.
And then I have an ER nurse that's reading mine right now to make sure that it's, because mine is an ER nurse. So she's going through it with a fine tooth comb to make sure I said things right. Because that one was a little intense. ChatGPT, I didn't really trust on that one. So I got a real person now.
And that's for your new book that's coming out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's the name of that one?
That was the one, the not.
The not boyfriend material one that's coming out. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you are done writing it. It's just.
Yeah. It's with my editor right now. I just, I don't know. This one, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Jen says it's good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Is. I mean, who doesn't know? The queen of romance said it was good.
Yeah, exactly. If Jen says it's good, it's good. And then my sister will read it, and she's like my mean person. She'll be like, "This doesn't work. You're going to have to change this." So,
is that the sister that writes suspense?
Yeah, she writes espionage. Yeah.
Is there romance in her books?
Oh yeah, not a lot. It's really not, but she always has some. She's just finishing a book right now, so that'll be out in May. So yeah.
All right, Jen, let's talk about your books, both of them. So since February, have you really only done the 2 books since last February?
No, I released a book under my pen name. I released Naming of the Queen under my pen name. So
I got to read that one.
Yeah. So I did that, and then the 2, and then working on, I have a book coming out in April, and now I'm working on my vampire story finally and a Christmas story. So
your vampire story? Yay.
Yes. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm chickening out. So we'll see.
Everybody immediately say, write this book. I read the first probably 15%, and it is so good. Like, she needs to finish it. I told her what I tell you. I was like, I was like, you better finish it. I promise I won't kidnap you and break your ankle. If you don't.
you give us a tiny idea of what your vampire story is about?
Okay, so I'm a while ago I published All's Fair in Love and Blood, which I changed to All's Fair in Love and Business because I originally wanted it to be a vampire story, but I chickened out of doing the vampire story. But I ended up really loving it anyways, so I published it. But anyways, I changed the name to All's Fair in Love and Business because I really still wanted to write All's Fair in Love and Blood. So it's a story about a vampire who doesn't want to be a vampire. And there's some corporate takeover. It's a marriage of inconvenience and intrigue, mystery. So they're married. She hates him.
Wow.
So, yeah.
How long have you been a vampire? Are they both vampires?
No, she's not a vampire. So, but she's a doctor. So she's a pathologist. And so, yeah, but he doesn't want to be a vampire. I don't want to give it totally away, but he doesn't want to be a vampire. But yeah, so.
But he's a sexy vampire. So
yeah, he's very sexy. So, but they're married because, anyways,
yeah,
they're married for a specific reason, but she hates him. Like, she really hates him. So it's an enemies to lovers kind of, it's enemies to lovers. So especially on her end. So.
Yeah.
But it's not reminiscent of Twilight or anything. He's not like 200 years old and she's a young girl.
No.
Well, I mean, he's older for sure. He's a lot older, but she's not a young girl. No, she's a doctor. So she's in her 30s. So no.
He doesn't sparkle either.
No sparkling. No sparkling. No. It's kind of a different take on vampires a little bit, but I don't want to give away why. So
okay.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
But it sounds so good. Okay, well, a little tiny spoiler was good. The reluctant vampire, I like that.
Yes. Yeah. So he doesn't like what he is. So
Is that going to be a series or a standalone, do you think?
Oh, it'll just be a standalone. So a series just don't do super well for me. So I'm not, So, and plus I feel like my brain, it's so hard to write fantasy for me anyways. Like, I don't want to commit to something that.
Yeah, for real.
Is there any more in your Naming of the Queen series coming?
I wish.
I know. Everybody wants me to write a Merrick story, and I do too. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. It's so hard because it's like you have to make business decisions. Like, what makes more money? Like, where do you want to put your time? And I mean, I was telling you, I've been having a lot of problems with my eyes lately. So it's like I only have so much time I can spend a day working now. So like I see fine, my vision's fine, but I just get a lot of strain and it hurts really, really bad. So so I've had to change a lot of things. So it's just I can't work the crazy hours like I used to, which is probably not a bad thing, but but I can't work all day and all night like I used to. Like, so can only do so much.
Your fans need you. Oh no, that's true. Your health comes first.
Yeah.
I know. You could get a dictation thing. Just lay in your bed with your eyes closed and dictate your book.
I've tried the dictation thing. There's something about typing and writing. Like it just doesn't work for me. I can't do it.
I can, my brain doesn't connect that way for some reason. Like, I think I could train myself maybe. I don't know, but like how I talk and how I write are different.
Yes. And I feel like that's probably it because I feel like I'm a different person when I write than when I'm talking. Yeah. So like I feel like I can be way more humorous when I'm writing than when I speak. You know, I don't know. And I don't know, and just other ways too, but yeah. So, but maybe my eyes we're working on trying to get them so it's not so painful, but we'll see. So, yeah.
You know, when I read both of your books, I do hear your voices in my head when I'm reading them. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think that's inevitable, but I don't know. I tried dictation once.
I did too. Yeah.
It didn't go well. So
yeah. And I know some authors love it and they can do it really well, but I
think Sarah Eden does all.
Yeah, I think sometimes she does it. Yeah. But I I don't know. It's just not for me. And plus it's like hard because you have to like, I feel like it doesn't catch everything. And so then when I went back through, I'm like, what was I even trying to say right here? Like, I was like, I don't even know what that means. So like, my eyes would hurt. My eyes would hurt just from looking at it. Like, what am I trying to say? But
it did give me some interesting words. I was like, what is that? Yeah, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Mara's asking if you tried the tinted lenses for eye strain.
So, I've tried everything. I've tried it all. Like, I've been to 4 doctors. I've tried like everything. So the biggest thing is like the kind of font I use. That's been helpful. I got a 4K monitor, which has been a little more helpful. So I have a huge monitor now, and I see fine. Like, I still have 20/20 vision, except for really up close, but that's because I'm old. But so but yeah, but my vision is fine, thank goodness. It's not a vision problem, it's just an eye strain problem, unfortunately. And I don't know, I mean, I guess I don't know, I've thought like, what if I just take like a month off and just, but I don't do well with just taking a month off of writing. Like, I go crazy. I'm always like, I'm gonna take a break, and I take a little
never
break.
lasts. I tease her about that all the time. I'm like,
I know.
we're gonna take a break, and okay.
I know. And then I'll be texting her, look at all these ideas I got. Like, every time I take a break, I'm like, oh, forget it. Like, my brain is like, you're not taking a break. So.
And it'll be in like funny places like church. I just had this great idea at church. I'm like, oh, you're not taking a break.
I know. But the proximity factor, that's what I came up with on my last tiny break. So it was fun.
Tell me more about the proximity factor. They're in some sort of a TV show or something, aren't they?
No, it's a social experiment. It's not a TV show. So it's it's still perspective. They sign up for a social experiment, but they don't know what it's exactly about, because obviously that would skew the results if they knew what the experiment was about. But they sign up thinking they're going to live they have to live with a stranger for 12 weeks, but each of them thinks it's the same gender. Like, he'll live with a man and she'll live with a woman. And then when they find out they're not, they're living, it's, opposite sex. And he just wants to be left alone. Like, he's older, he's like 39 and she's 28, and she's like super perky and a cheerleader. Like, she's a cheer coach, and he's pretty serious, and he just wants to be left alone, and she wants to be best friends. And so anyways, but it's super cute. She's super funny, and he's a really good guy. He's kind of broody, but he's a super good guy. Like, he just kind of bears the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's kind of down on his luck, and he feels like a loser that he has to do the experiment for the money, because he's paying for his sister's tuition. So anyways, it's just super cute, but she gets to him, and but they're very opposite, and it's cute. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And that comes out in April, right?
Yeah, April 16th. Yeah.
And you're working on something new?
Always. Yep. Yeah.
She's supposed to be taking a break, Julie.
I know. I am going to Disneyland next week, so I'm taking a break. I'm not even looking at my phone. Like, I'm giving my phone to my kids, and we're not even like, I'm just going to give my eyes a total break. And so maybe the happiest place on earth will help my eyes. So we'll see.
Hey, if anything can do with that, Disneyland can, right?
Right. So yeah.
Are you going to give us a little sneak peek of what you're working on?
Oh, I'm working on my Christmas book, which I haven't released the time, but I got the cover, and it's adorable.
That's really cute.
And I'm working on my vampires.
So
maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. I don't know. I always get nervous about doing something under my pen name. So it's always like, I start questioning myself. Like, should I do this? Should I not? So I don't know. I've written the first 5 chapters, and now I'm just sitting on it going like, so I don't know. So we'll see.
All of your fans want you to write it. If we took a poll, it'd be 100%. Write it.
Everybody loves a vampire romance.
I like our vampires. I think they're coming a little bit back. Like, a little bit. Yeah. So
didn't we have a show about our favorite vampires one time, a Halloween show?
I think we did talk about like would we want vampires or werewolves or
Oh,
like?
that's what it was, because we talked about the hairiness of those werewolves. Do you have a favorite actor that's been a vampire? I mean, Tom Cruise has been one, Brad Pitt, and of course, the guy who played Edward, whose name I can't think of.
Is it Rob Pattinson?
Rob Pattinson, yeah, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Which I didn't love his Batman, I'm not gonna lie, but okay, that's a different story. But
Damon Salvatore.
Oh yes. Yeah.
From Vampire Diaries.
What's his name?
Ian Somerhalder.
Yes.
Wasn't David Boreanaz a vampire?
Yeah, David Boreanaz was Buffy the Vampire Slayer boyfriend. Yes.
I'm so sad, SEAL Team. It's their last season, their final season.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've been watching Bones, so.
Yeah, somebody else recommended Bones to me.
Oh, we've lost.
There she went again.
But Jen recommends Bones. She's been watching. What season are you on now?
I'm on season 6.
Oh wow!
I'm so annoyed that it keeps doing that. Anyway, but Bones seems very technical to me. Does it seem technical to you?
It's actually, so it's really good. So it's not super, I mean, it's kind of technical, but like, because it's based on a real person. So it's based on Kathy Reichs, who is a forensic paleontologist. I don't know. Or anthropologist. Sorry. I get them all the gists I get mixed up. But yeah. So she's a forensic anthropologist in real life. So every like show, it says it's based on her life, but it's disgusting. Like, I'll say that, like they come up with some really disgusting things. Like, but she's a really interesting character because she feels like she can't be loved. Like, and she's just very cut and dry. Like, she'll say like, and she like has no modesty whatsoever. It's like, she knows she's the smartest person in the room. She knows she's beautiful. Cause she's just but she doesn't do it like in a egotistical way. She's just very cut and dry. And he's like her complete opposite. And they have really, really good chemistry. So it's frustrating though, because you're like, oh my gosh, just get together already. But I
heard the romantic payoff in that show is really good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. There's like, I think it's like 12 seasons or something. Yeah, and then there's like 20 to like 25 episodes per season. It's crazy. So if you're going to start it, you're in
for the long haul.
Yeah. So
what season are you on?
Just started season 6.
Oh, I heard that.
Because I can't write at night anymore, so I've been watching TV. So that's probably not a good thing.
Well, that gives you ideas for characters.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you're researching, Jen. Just call
That's true. That's true. Yes.
Well, and David Boreanaz isn't hard to look at, right?
Yeah, that's also true.
Oh, he's just like cute. Like, he's not only handsome, but he just has such a great personality, especially in this show. So yeah, I don't remember. I watched Buffy a long time ago, but I remember being attracted to him when it was on. But that's old now, which is sad. But anyways, so Julie, tell us about your new book.
Yeah, we're so excited, you guys. Julie finished the book. But now it's been 2 years, right?
It's a miracle. Yes, it's been over 2 years, like almost 2.5. So it's so crazy because we didn't think this was going to happen and the healing wasn't happening like I thought. And then the spark just came back and it was like, yay, it's back and I'm back. And that book is done. And I'm working on the next book of my small town romance series.
Oh, nice.
The Love Story and Love Slides.
Oh, yeah. I saw you do like a search for hot guys to play the.
Well, he's ex-military, and I just couldn't find a good last name. Nothing was feeling right. So I don't know, ask people, see what they say, but I got some good ones. But Second Guess is coming out 2 weeks from today.
Yay.
And I'm super excited about it. I was getting packages ready for my ARC team, the swag and stuff that I have, and I think it's the cutest swag I've ever had. So I'm really excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah, this is that same one we've talked about forever, Elliot's story from Griffin Force, and he's the doctor, and he's been, their plane was hijacked, the terrorists have him, so what are we going to do?
And so this is part of a series, but can be read standalone, right?
Yes, it's number 6 in the series, but it's definitely can be read standalone. So I had some people in my advanced reading group read it who hadn't read any of the other series, and they said they weren't lost at all. So,
oh, good. That's good.
and I did have one reader say that they had to fan themselves a few times through the kisses. So,
Ooh, love good kissing scene.
Julie does a good kiss. Like her Regency kisses, I was like, woo, that was good.
Thank you. I'm excited. And the 7th book in that series, I've been outlining it. So,
oh, nice.
So
that will be.
There's 3 teams. So the first team was chasing down this very bad man. I don't think I can say the T word, can I anymore? Named Nazir. And then that was the captive, the captain, the capture. Then the second team was, and they're doing a different very bad man, and it's the second look, second chance, and second guess. And then the third team, which adds on some CIA people, and anyway, it's called Danger Close, Danger Ahead, and Danger Zone. And then that'll be the end.
Nice.
Oh, that's exciting.
Wrap it all up. So
very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Julie, because I know this has been hard. You know, I'm sure everybody was along for the journey when you had COVID and you were so, you know, pretty much almost going to die. That was very scary time. So that's been hard to come back from that. I know you've had a lot of brain fog, and so this is exciting. You finally did it. I'm so excited.
I finally did it. It finally
got the book. Now you're writing again.
Yes, all the ideas are just coming. It's like it just is all back. I don't know if you've ever felt it where your mind, as a writer, I usually have ideas going through my head all the time, and that was just gone. And it was the strangest thing.
Did you ever worry that it was ever going to not come back?
Yeah. Like, yeah. I really thought my writing career was just over so many times. I mean, it's just not there anymore. I can't force it. It's just not.
Yeah.
And, I was worried that I was just going to have to, because that's part of my identity. I've been a writer for, nearly 30 years. So
yeah, that would be scary.
So to have it all back and the ideas are flowing and my brain is working, it's like, yay! That's hallelujah. Well, I just appreciate you guys being such good cheerleaders for me too. It's been a rough road for sure.
Well, we're just glad you're good.
Yeah, glad it's that's so good.
Yeah, that was a scary time, but yeah, excited that you're back at it again. That's a good thing. Good thing.
Yeah. Someday, I still want to do a collaboration with you guys.
That'd be fun.
Right, I'll do the suspense part, and you guys can do
and they'll do a vampire.
Yeah, it's a little vampire romance. So
that would be funny. I'm telling you.
Sell millions.
We won't put the door on it. Let's say that.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Always leave that open.
Oh man. Well, it has been so fun to just talk with you guys again and laugh with you again. And I know you're busy ladies, so
you too. We're all
Well, you guys you're still running. Julie's had 5 grandbabies in 9 months, so
I know it's been so exciting. They've all been granddaughters, so I'm like just so happy because daughters are really rare in my family. So this has been amazing.
Yeah,
my grandma's the best.
And you got
too young to know. Yeah,
I'm your age. I just started. You still have kids at home like me, so you're a grandma and in the throes of motherhood. Like you're still doing all things. That's a lot.
Well, that's true.
Jen's got the dream. Everybody's married. She's getting grandbabies. She's by herself. Well, she's got her hubby.
I know. I was telling Becky last night, I turned to my husband the other night. We're just cuddled up on the couch doing nothing. And I was like, this is not a bad life. Like, I was like, no, I thought it was going to be terrible. Like I dreaded, like, not because I didn't love my husband. I dreaded being like an empty nester, not having kids at home and like all of the things. And I was just like, you know what? This is not bad. This is not bad.
You can have cereal for dinner and watch Bones.
Totally. And we do like, I was like, sometimes we do just have cereal for dinner and watch Bones. So I'm like, you know what? This is not a bad life. So then we go to yoga together and like, it's just like, I don't know. We're just living this very weird life now. So
Are you not doing your Zumba guy on YouTube anymore?
no, I'm doing Marco, my yoga guy. I was telling Becky about Marco. So I've moved to a real person, Marco. And so I do yoga 4 times a week now. So trying to help. I was like, oh, maybe it'll help with my eye strain. Like if I like stretch out. And so Marco definitely going in a book. Like I mean, I'm not kidding. Like he comes in and burns, incense, and he's like, what brings you to the mat tonight? And just like, and I'm trying not to,
threats, right? Like
yeah. And I'm trying not to giggle. And he made us all treats for Valentine's Day. And I was like, I'm pretty sure there's probably pot in that. So I didn't eat them because I was like, I didn't know. I was like, that'd just be my luck. Like I, get all loopy from eating his treats. But anyways, so
yes. Book research.
Yeah. So that's my life now. So watching Bones, eating cereal, and doing yoga with Marco. So
did you give up on the Turkish romances?
I had to because I can't like the subtitles. Like I was like, I don't have time to watch subtitles for 2.5 hours every episode. But I do miss Erkan Kus though, because that Jean, he is, yes. So I still think about him.
Was he ever inspiration for a book? I can't remember.
He was inspiration for Queen with No Name.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's who I picked.
He was inspiration for Rowan. So yeah.
Yes. Oh, he would be perfect to play that part.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So
someday when your books are made into movies.
Someday. I know we were actually talking about that last night because we're like, it's so disappointing sometimes when you see a movie that was made after a book and it just doesn't follow the book. And I was like, would it actually be fun to have your book made into a movie? Or would I be the whole time like, that wasn't in the book. That wasn't in the book. That didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
For a Virgin River, even because the books were good, but the series like season 3 and 4 has been disappointing. I thought a little bit because they've gone so far away from the book now.
Oh, see, because we were talking about the happiness book.
Happiness for Beginners.
Happiness for Beginners. Like the book was really good, but the movie, I
didn't even finish it.
Yeah, I was like, it was so different too. Like they changed it, and I was like, because it was such a cute premise. I was like, why didn't they use that in the book? Like I don't know. It was weird, but and Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Oh
yeah, the other one. Yeah,
wasn't even close. Catherine Center actually posted like a excerpt from that movie, and she was like, "This part right here actually came from the book. The rest of it,
it was.
These are literally taken from the book."
Yeah, I was so surprised. I was like, why didn't they just use the book? Like, I don't know. So I know I would be nervous now. Like, I was like, I've always wanted to, but then I would be like, but then I'd have to tell my fans, like, sorry, don't watch that. You'll be disappointed. I'm just kidding.
You'll be sad.
Yeah.
So when we came over to your house and we watched the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Is that the actual name of it? I can't remember now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I didn't think I would like it because I'm not a zombie person, but I really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
It was so funny and silly. And I came home and showed it to my kids, and well, not all of my kids, but some of the older kids. And they were just so shocked I was watching a zombie movie, but it got them watching Pride and Prejudice, you see?
So it's the best Mr. Collins ever. Like everybody needs to watch that because it's the guy he's one of the Doctor Who's.
Oh yeah.
But he's the funniest Mr. Collins ever. I was like, nobody else will be Mr. Collins for me ever. He
plays perfectly. The scene where they're in the drawing room with Darcy and her, and he's confessing whatever, and then she hauls off and slugs him, and the whole.
It adds something to it, right? Like,
it was so
they fight, Yeah, I was like, this.
It adds. I was like, honestly, she deserved to slap him, like after that proposal. But I'm just kidding.
And that was a book. That was a book that was given to him.
It is a book. So
that's what I was going to ask you if it was, but I like that she was actually really talented, you know, with weapons, and she was a great character in her own right too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all kick butt. All the Bennett sisters were like.
All the Bennett sisters were. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my son loves that movie. Like every time they walk in and they like rip open their skirts and have the swords, you know, my son's like, yes, this is my kind of Pride and Prejudice. So I was like, of course. He'll never watch the other ones, but he'll watch that version. So
well, thank you for introducing that to me. That was really awesome.
You're welcome. I know it's a strange one too. I never thought I would like it either, but there's just something very, I don't know. There's something endearing about the zombie version. So
yeah. Are there any other movies coming out that have been made out of books lately? I can't think of any.
Did you guys see Love at First Sight, the Netflix one? I don't know if that's a book, but it was so cute.
Oh, it was cute. I think it was a book actually. Because I think it said it was based on a book at the end. Because I was like, I should read it, but everybody said it wasn't like the book. It never is.
Oh, because the movie was so good. Like that was a really, really good one. So,
I think I watched it because you told me to watch it. Anyway, I loved it. I told my sister, I'm like, oh, this is, and she really loved it too. It was cute.
Yeah, that one was really well done. I love that. And I'm not like a Love at First Sight, like Insta Love, but that one worked so well. Like that was really good.
There was another one that came out that was about like a lot like The Accidental Text, but it was like a boy. What was that one called?
Is that the one with the guy from the Highlander movie? Like the one, did you see it? Was it good?
No, I didn't see it. Somebody, I was on a flight and my friend next to me watched it and she said it was cute, but I got so many texts as people were like, they stole your idea. They stole, and I was like, well, first of all, no, they didn't. But also it was a remake of like a German movie from 2017. So I guess technically I was the one who did the stealing. I've never seen either movie, so I didn't steal anything. Yeah, people were like sending me texts. They stole your idea. Like, so I guess my book will never be made into a movie now since they already did it. Sort of.
Did I see you recommending a series, Becky? Was it a Regency series?
Oh yes. The one we were talking, our show, Becky, the
Miss Scarlet and the Duke.
Yes, Miss.
You would love it, Julie. You would love it because it's like mystery in there too. And the Duke,
it's not Regency. It's kind of more like industrial. Yeah.
Like, oh, then the Duke. Oh my God.
He's so handsome.
It's
so good.
It's called Miss Scarlet and the Duke, and it's on
PBS. Yeah. But you can do it on Amazon, like their PBS channel.
I just bought it because I will watch it.
I bought it too. It's so worth it.
Is it like one season? Is it?
No.
There's 5 seasons, but 4 seasons, but they're only 6 episodes long. So it's super easy to binge, and you will because it's like a super slow burn. Like finally get together, but anyway, and hopefully it gets made into season 5 because if not, they'll leave a lot open-ended. But it's worth it. It's like a lot of mystery. I think you would like it, Julie.
She's a detective. She's like a woman detective, which is very rare for that time period, obviously. And he's the he's like a police officer, but not like he's a detective. Or no, he's the police. I don't know.
He's like the head of the police force, the Scotland Yard. So he's like, I know, and he's Scottish. Oh, his accent. Oh, he's so handsome.
He's so handsome. Just like the broody, handsome.
Yeah.
So good.
He just breathes. He like exhales and it's hot.
That does sound good. Maybe I'll go do that this weekend.
But only with his beard.
Yeah. Without his beard, he's not. He never not has his beard in the show. But and it's super clean. You could watch it with your daughter, with your younger daughter. Like it's
I was gonna say PBS is pretty good.
Yeah.
Safe.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it's their Masterpiece Theater, I think, part of that. So yeah.
I'm not wearing my pearls today.
No.
Oh.
Darn it, we should have been a little more racy. Just kidding. I don't want any emails.
Yeah. So. It's hard when you're on camera to be a little behind the camera, and on a microphone it can be a little.
The microphone is easier. Oh, you guys make me laugh. So it just says Facebook user, doesn't say the person, but they were saying we should write a suspense fantasy romance. I'm telling you, people. That's what Mark
That's funny.
Yeah, fun. Let's Someday, my friend. Well,
yeah.
I know you guys have to run, but thank you so much for coming and doing the reunion show and catching up with me. And man, I'm just so excited for everything you've got ahead, and it's going to be an awesome year, I think.
Me too.
Same for you, Julie. We're so happy for you.
I know.
We need to do these reunion shows like twice a year or something, catch up with each other.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. That's fun.
All right.
The background, if I don't, I better not move. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, and thank you for joining us, everyone. And hopefully we'll do this again soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.